When in this world the headlines read of those whose hearts are filled with greed, who rob and steal from those who need to right this wrong with blinding speed, goes Underdog, 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 Underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob or plunder. Underdog, Underdog, Underdog.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Time again for the Underdog Show, starring that champion of champions, Underdog.
This discovery will make me the biggest man in the world. Pure, distilled, shrinking water.
What's it do?
Do? It shrinks things. One squirt will shrink a 6-foot man down to the size of my thumb.
Yeah, but will it work?
Of course it will work. Everything I do works. Think of it. Everyone on Earth will be the size of my thumb. I will be the biggest man in the world.
You're gonna put it in a water gun?
No, I'm going to put it in a squirting flower. Far more artistic. Come, we'll try it out.
Come along, Fido.
Good afternoon, sir. Would you care to sniff my flower?
No, I certainly do not want to sniff your flower.
Simon says, sniff. Perfect. Take him home, Fido.
Put me down. Put me down.
Okay, Harry, haul away.
Pardon me. Would you care to sniff my flower?
What? Are you some kind of character? Can't you see I got my hands full? Beat it.
Simon says, sniff. Perfect. All over the country, people will shrink, and Simon Bar Sinister will be the biggest man in the world.
Yeah, but what about you-know-who?
Who?
Underdog.
I have a plan for him. We'll capture Sweet Polly, and then when Underdog comes to rescue her, sing! He'll shrink until he's no bigger than a hot dog. Good morning, Sweet Polly. Care to sniff my flower?
Simon Bar Sinister, get away from me with your silly old flower.
Simon says, sniff. Now, me proud beauty. Scream good and loud so Underdog can hear you.
Sweet Polly. When Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
Well, he should be here any minute now.
There's There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Help! Help!
Care to sniff my flower?
I have a feeling there's a trick. To rescue Polly, I must be quick.
Simon says, sniff. At last, I have you in my power, Underdog. Into the cage. Now I'm going out and become the biggest man in the world.
Oh, Underdog, what shall we do?
I still am strong, as you shall see. I'll bend the bars and set us free.
My hero.
You stay here, all safe and sound, while I go down and look around.
I'm coming with you. Catch me, Underdog. Help! Help! My hair, my dress, I'm soaked.
Tut, tut, no need to shout. I'll pop you in this toaster and dry you out. While you get dry, I'll look about to see if there is some way out.
Underdog! Oh, thank you, Underdog. You know, I just had an idea. Simon and Cad might be back any minute. Why don't we set a trap for them?
Quickly, Underdog went to work to set the trap. Flying back to the table, he threw down a large ball of twine. And working as fast as possible, he stretched it several times across the doorway.
What a brilliant idea, Underdog. Simon and Cad will trip over this and fall, and then we can run.
Simon says, sniff. Simon says, sniff. This is much too slow. I've only shrunk 15 people in the last hour. Not very good production. I've got it. My cloud machine. I'll make a big cloud out of shrinking water. Then, when it rains, everybody will shrink. Come, Cad. We'll go get the cloud machine.
Here they come. Ready?
Ready.
I'll just get that machine and... Whoops!
Run for it.
They're getting away! After them!
Quick, down this hole.
Hey, they ducked down this hole.
Good. We'll just push a rock over the hole, and that will take care of them.
Oh, that was close, but we're safe at last.
I could not have run for very long. I'm afraid a lot of my power has gone.
Well, we should be safe in here. Underdog, look! Quick, see if you can push the rock away from the opening.
I can't.
When Simon shrunk us, your strength must have shrunk too.
Without my strength, I fear we're done. The only thing to do is run.
Oh, hurry, Underdog, hurry! Down this other corridor.
farther.
Oh, dear. They're getting closer.
My ring. My ring.
Your ring?
The secret place in my ring I fill with an Underdog energy vitamin pill.
Of course. I forgot. Here. Here they come. Oh, look out!
Take that, and that, and that.
You've done it, Underdog. We've won. We've won.
Those rats are finished, that is clear. Now let's find some way out of here.
And looking around through the earth with his atomizing eyes, Underdog quickly located the right corridor, and he and Polly were soon approaching daylight.
Oh, I can't wait to get out of this awful place. And I'm so hungry. I've got to have something to eat. Look, Underdog. Cheese. Someone's left a big piece of cheese right by the opening. Oh, I love cheese.
Wait, don't. This trap was meant for rats, not you, so please be careful. When Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
Oh, thank you, Underdog. Now we must find Simon Bar Sinister and stop him before he shrinks everyone in the world.
But at that very minute, Simon was high on a hilltop with his cloud-making machine, ready to send a cloud of pure shrinking water over the city to shrink everyone to the size of his thumb.
It's going to rain. Rain! Rain! Look at them, all shrinking to the size of my thumb. I'm the biggest man in the world.
What about me, boss? I'm bigger than you.
Well, so you are. My. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Simon says shrink. Now I am the biggest man in the world.
We're in Simon's control.
He can make us do everything.
He could step on us.
What'll we do?
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Yeah, but what can you do? You got shrunk too.
I'm getting out of here.
Me too.
Me too.
Wait. Fair or foul weather, we must all stick together. Now, here's my plan.
There's Simon resting. But how are you going to put him asleep?
Watch. him down to size. And now another dose so he, the smallest in the world, will be. We'll tickle Simon till he says what the cure for shrinking is.
What's going on here? Let's see.
We've made you the smallest person in the world, mean old Simon. Now, tell us how we can get back to our regular size again.
Never. All right. I'll tell.
And so Simon told them what the cure was, and soon everyone was back again to his regular size, including our hero.
Look, up in the sky. It's a plane.
It's a bird.
It's a frog.
A frog. Not plane, not bird, nor even frog. It's just little old me. Underdog.
In our last episode, King Leonardo and Odie Coloni were remembering the very first scheme Biggie Rat had schemed to put Itchy Brother on the throne of Bongo Congo. It all started when the King and Odie were very young, and they were building a tree house.
Confound it!
Leonardo, how many times have I told you to stop saying confound it? Now I'm giving you this bongo bank, Leonardo.
What for, Mama?
Every time you say confound it, you must put one bongo buck of your allowance into the bank.
And just minutes later,
I'm Biggie Rat, say, and I got a plan.
following Biggie's advice, Itchy bet King Leonardo that he couldn't keep from saying confound it for one whole day until sunset. And if the king-to-be failed,
Oh, my king-to-be, I fear for you. If only once before sunset you should say, confound it, you lose your future throne to Itchy Brother.
Oh, don't worry, True Blue Odie. Let's get on with our treehouse. We've work to do.
Of course, my sire-to-be.
meanwhile,
So, they're gonna finish the treehouse, eh? Come on.
Well, we're almost finished, Odie.
Yes, my sire-to-be.
What in the world are you sawing now, Odie?
But I'm not sawing at all.
Of course you are. I can hear the sawing plain as... Yow!
Sire! Sire!
Constantinople.
Oh, what a fortunate word, my sire-to-be. You never said confound it.
Well, enough of treehouses. Let's swing a while.
well, looks like we threw the throne, huh, Baggy?
Not Baggy. My name's Biggie Rat. And I'll make Kingsley say confound it one way or the other. Now, let's get over to those swings.
Just swinging in the air, swinging in the air. Hi-ho, the merry-o. I can't stand it anymore. I've got to say it. I've got to.
You fell just in time. Another second and you might have said confound it.
Yes. But look at me.
Come, my sire-to-be. It's time for your bath anyway. The water will already be in the tub.
Well, we goofed again. It's almost sundown, Biggie. What now?
We got to get up to that bathtub first. Lead the way. We just put this little submarine into the water, and when Kingsley sits down, he's bound to say, "Confound it." Let's hide in the closet. Oh, that water will feel mighty good.
And I'll scrub your back. You just sit down and...
Yo, cut!
Sorry, my sire-to-be, but you would surely have said confound it.
Then Odie looked out the window and realized it was sundown at last.
Confound it, confound it, confound it.
Leonardo,
Yes, Mama.
you must put 3 bongo bucks in your bongo bank. One for each confound it.
And so King Leonardo saved the kingdom from Biggie and Itchy, but never did stop saying confound it.
No, but I certainly saved a lot of money in my bongo bank.
Yes, a lot of money indeed. But even now, Biggie Rat is scheming new troubles. Don't miss the next exciting episode of The King and Odie.
The governor will be arriving at any moment, Klondike.
The governor?
Yes, indeed, and I know that the governor's favorite delicacy is cream puffs.
Cream puffs?
Yes, I want you to walk up to the little Swiss baker on the mountain and buy a dozen cream puffs and have them back here by 12 o'clock sharp.
You can count on Klondike Cat.
Good. And, oh yes, watch out for savoir-faire.
If savoir-faire gets any place near me, y'all make mincemeat out of that mouse.
Carry on.
You rang?
1 dozen cream puffs, little Swiss baker. These cream puffs are for the governor.
Shush, Malamute. We must not let the Klondike Cat know we are here.
Imagine the major worrying about savoir-faire when I'm on the job. Oh, if that mouse comes around, I'll lock him up in irons. I'll hang him up by his heels. He'll never touch one of the governor's cream puffs.
Here you are, Klondike Cat. 12 beautiful cream puffs.
Now I've got to hurry back down the mountain to Fort Frazzle and... What happened?
Savoir-faire is everywhere.
I'll make mincemeat out of you, mouse.
Poor Klondike Cat, he cannot move. Now, we and the cream puffs must be on our way. Mosh, Malamute, savoir-faire is everywhere.
I'll boil him in oil. I'll pound him to a pulp. I'll make mincemeat out of that mouse. Here I come, savoir-faire.
Oh, it seems the Klondike Cat has broken free.
Now I've got you, savoir-faire. I've got you. Help! Somebody get me down.
Now, prepare, Monsieur Klondike. You catch the end of the rope, and the winch machine will pull you down.
Okay, toss away. I got it.
And so we turn on the winch.
What are you doing, savoir-faire?
Happy landings, Klondike Cat. And so, Malamute, let us now prepare for the cream puffs. And so, Malamute, the first taste.
Oh, yes, Governor, I'm sure you like our cream puffs, and Klondike Cat should be bringing them at any moment now.
My favorite delicacy.
These are especially good cream puffs, Governor, baked by a little Swiss baker on the mountain.
I can hardly wait.
Aha! I think I hear Klondike Cat coming now.
I say, he's not much of a waiter, is he?
Well, now that you mention it, no. But he is the world's greatest mouse trapper.
Klondike Cat always gets his mouse.
Gone! It's gone! The dynamite has been stolen.
And all across the nation, the story was the same. During the night, someone had stolen every stick of dynamite in the country. When interviewed, Officer Flynn Flanagan had this to say.
I sure know there's only one person who could commit such a crime, and that's the fox. And I'm calling the hunter. And so we'd like you to get on the case right away, Hunter.
You can count on me, son. I am the hunter. Have nose, will hunt. Now, I'll just nosy around and...
Wait a minute, Unc. You forgot today's your birthday, and I was planning to give you a party, remember?
Well, I declare that's right. Sorry, Flanagan, but the little fellow's been counting on this. No, I just can't take the case.
Well, all right, Hunter, but you're playing with dynamite. Anyhow, a happy birthday, and I hope you have a real bang-up party.
And at that very moment, not far away...
There, Foxy's Party Store. Everything to make your party a real blast. Uh-oh. Here's my first customer. Come in, friend.
Is this the birthday party store? I want to give my uncle a real nice party.
You've come to the right place, friend. We've got everything to make your party a real blast. First off, I suggest a box of our El Explodo cigars. Your uncle will get a large charge out of these. Next, you'll need a couple of dozen noisemakers. No party is complete without our little dandy bangers.
Well, do they bang very loud?
Why, they're dynamite. And you'll need some of our sizzling birthday cake candles. Nothing else like them anywhere. There, you're all set for a party you'll never forget. You know our slogan, have a blast.
And so Horace innocently returned home loaded with the Fox's explosive merchandise.
Son, this is the greatest little birthday party I ever had.
But try one of these noisemakers, Unc. Fella in the store said they were dynamite.
Why, sure, little horse. Hold your ears now. Well, that fellow was right. That's about the noisiest noisemaker I ever did hear.
I got an even bigger surprise. You wait here.
I wonder what in the cotton blooming world he's thought up now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Uncle. Happy birthday to you.
Now, just look at those sparkling candles. Don't that beat all?
Fella in the store said you'd get a bang out of them. Blow 'em out, Unc.
They sure don't blow out easy, do they?
Well, try again, Unc. Those wicks are getting mighty short.
The fellow was right. That was the most bang-up birthday cake I ever saw.
More coming. Happy birthday, Unc.
Cigars, eh? El Explodos. Nothing I like better than a good cigar.
Fella said you'd like 'em.
The fellow was right. What this country needs is a good 5-cent I got a kick out of the noisemakers and a bang out of the birthday cake. But Horace, those cigars are too strong. We'll take 'em back.
Too strong? Nonsense. There's nothing wrong with those cigars.
Oh, no? Well, you just try one.
Now, wait. Hold it. Watch out. Not so fit.
Uh-huh. The fox.
I am the dynamite.
All right, now, what's going on here?
Ah, glory be the hunter. I might have known the fox and the dynamite. And on your birthday, too. Well, now, how can we ever repay you?
Well, son, a good cigar might do.
Ah, here you are, Hunter. Compliments of the department.
Much obliged, Flanagan. Yeah, there's nothing like a good cigar to give a man a lift.
Well, Tutor, what have you been doing, huh?
Been to the moving pictures, Mr. Wizard.
And what did you see, my boy?
Evening patrol. Oh, and boy, it sure was exciting. All about brave pilots in the war, and oh, that's what I want to be, Mr. Wizard. A real flying fighter.
That's very dangerous business, Tutor. It was not the child's play.
Oh, please, Mr. Wizard. Oh, I know that's the life for me.
Very well, Tutor, but be careful, my boy. In 1917, the Germans, under the command of Erich von Bach, the Black Baron, was cleaning up in the air with the Messerschmitts. Every day, the Americans was losing more and more men, until only one pilot was left.
Lieutenant Tutor reporting, sir.
Tuner, you're our best pilot now, and it's up to you to bring down those Messerschmitts. You take off at dawn. Good luck.
And so, at dawn the next day, Tudor was ready. The hotshot pilots always wore the silk scarf and carries a swagger stick to make dashing figures.
Contact!
Tudor was starting his taxi down the field, revving up the engine and gaining speed for the takeoff.
Ceiling zero. These ground fogs sure do come in fast. The air sure is rough today. Better see if I can get up out of this fog. Whew, it sure was a thick fog. Now I'm going to get the Black Baron and those old Messerschmitts.
Meanwhile, back at the German base, the Baron was warming up his plane and addressing the squadron.
Schick heil! Von Schimmelheilige Kaiser und Gesprächen sind dein Himmelsschwafel oben alles und den Tuder, was flucken mit dem Marschen konzentriert. Und I, the Black Baron, will personally shoot down the American dog when I ain't whistling Dixie.
And so the German ace vowed to shoot down the American ace. And high over the fields of France, they met in the dogfighter. First, like the gentlemen they was, they started to shoot at each other with the pistols. This was the custom of the times. But then they got down to the real business with the machine guns. Tudor was very skillful with the maneuverings like the loop-de-loops and the barrel rolls and the Immelmans. Always he was in complete control of the aircraft. The Baron makes the lucky shot, and Tudor's oil line breaks. This also was the custom in those days. Always the oil line would bust.
Oh boy, night sure comes in a hurry around these parts.
The Baron, with more experience, got more hits than Tudor, but the brave Tudor was unafraid.
Help, Mr. Wizard! Help! Save me!
Here I go again. Drussel, drassel, drossel, drum. Time for this one to come home.
Having tried without success to drive Ruffled Feather and Running Board out of Gopher Gulch, the Colonel had hit on a daring new plan.
Look at this map, Sergeant. Here is our fort,
And here are the enemy lines. And here is Soggy Swamp. We are going to sneak through the swamp and attack from the rear. We'll take them by surprise.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but that's a mighty dangerous swamp, full of alligators.
According to headquarters, the Army engineers cleaned all the alligators out of that swamp 2 years ago. We'll start at dawn and take them by surprise.
We're going to surprise. Colonel make 'em surprise attack through swamp? What we do? We have 'em surprised, too. We build 'em submarine? No. Oh, we build alligator submarine. Whoopie-doopie, you genius.
In sight.
Yeah, but it's the ones out of sight I worry about.
Down.
Now we're moving, Sergeant. Halt! Hey! Sergeant, Regulation 6405 says sergeants must not get mud on uniforms.
What's the book say about alligators?
Alligators? I told you, Sergeant, there are no alligators. Man the lifeboats! Colonels and sergeants first! Push for shore! Push! Well, I guess we outdistanced him, Sergeant. Yes, I don't see the brute anywhere.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but I think we'd better head back for the fort.
Nonsense, Sergeant. Look there. It's the Indians' teepee. We've made it. Follow me. There now, Sergeant. Hasn't it all been worth it? We'll take them completely by surprise. Charge!
Y'all be sure and see our next adventure. We'll have lots more surprises.
There, the launching site. Did I ever tell you about my exploit as an astronaut?
No, Commander, but I'm sure you'll launch into it now.
I plan to set an all-time record by orbiting the Earth for 30 days. But the General did not think there would be room enough for the food I'd need. This is my food, McBragg's marvelous mixture. One sip supplies enough energy for 2 days.
You're right, Commander.
And so my small capsule was launched. The days passed rapidly, and I had McBragg's marvelous mixture to keep up my strength. Then, on the 30th day, I found myself in the path of 1,000 meteorites. Quickly, I turned on my rockets to guide the capsule through the deadly hail. I brought the capsule through, but I had used up all my rocket fuel. I was doomed to circle the Earth forever.
It makes my head spin.
Yes, but I quickly opened the fuel tank and poured in the last of McBragg's marvelous mixture. The mixture worked perfectly, and my mission was accomplished.
That story was out of this world.
Quite.
Shine, sir?
Yes, indeed. A bright sunny day is the perfect time for a shine.
It is indeed a most beautiful summer day.
Yes, sirree. A clear sky with only a few fluffy white clouds. The kind of day you know things are going to go just the way they should. What? Well, I've been hit by a snowball.
A snowball? But, sir, that is impossible.
A snowball, I tell you. I know a snowball when I feel one.
But we must be logical, sir. We know that on a bright summer day, it could never snow.
Oh, no? Snow in the summer? What could it mean? The answer lay in the diabolical laboratory of Simon Bar Sinister.
It works. My snow gun works.
Yeah, boss. But what good is a snow gun?
Watch, Chad, and you shall see. Watch that postman as he approaches. Simon says, go snow.
A snowman. You turned him into a snowman.
Exactly. And the entire city shall do as Simon says, or I shall turn everyone into snowmen and snow women.
Gee.
Come, Cad. We must go out and demonstrate the power of my new weapon.
Hello, this is Sweet Polly Purebred, your television news reporter. What can I do for you? What's that? You just saw a snowman in the summertime? I'll be right out. My, what a wonderful story. I hope they aren't snowing me.
Snow in the summertime. That could make an interesting news story. I'd better run up and tell Sweet Polly. Are you hurt, Sweet Polly?
No, thank goodness.
I was hurrying to bring you a news story about...
I haven't time now, Shoeshine. Someone just reported seeing a snowman out in Eastwood.
First, I was hit by snow, and now Sweet Polly says someone has seen a snowman. All on a hot summer day. This looks like a job for... Underdog. Snow in the summer? I wonder why. I'd better go up and search the sky.
While Underdog was going sky high, Simon Bar Sinister was arriving at the 2-cent savings bank.
Simon says, hands up. Give me all your money.
You can't get away with this. The police will catch you, you thief.
You are only the first. All the city will do as Simon says or be turned into snowmen and snow women.
Then you'll have to answer to Underdog.
And not even Underdog can withstand my snow gun. Simon says, give me all your money.
Guards! Guards, stop him!
Simon says, go snow.
Oh, no, he's turned them into snowmen. I must reach the burglar alarm.
Simon says, go snow. And now, all this lovely money. And this is only the beginning.
A cry for help comes from below, so hip, 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 and down I go. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Oh, Underdog, thank goodness you've come. Simon Bar-Sinister has robbed the bank, and he turned the guards and the bank president into snowmen.
It's true they seem to be snowmen now, but if Simon did it, pray tell how.
With a new weapon, a snow gun.
And that explains the summer snow. Now tell me, which way did Simon go?
That way!
Underdog took off in all directions. Simon was entering a palatial mansion where a dance party was going on.
Simon says, go snow. Simon says, go snow. Simon says, go snow. Now, all of you who are not snowbound, give me your money and jewels. Give them to me, or I shall turn you all into snowmen and snowwomen. This should prove the power of my snow gun, Cad. After this, we can return to the laboratory.
Meanwhile, Sweet Polly Purebred had just arrived where the first snowman had been reported.
It is a snowman in the middle of summer. I wonder if the people who live here can tell me anything.
Little did Sweet Polly know that this was actually the laboratory of the fiendish Simon Bar-Sinister.
No one seems to answer. Perhaps they're asleep. Hello? Anyone home? My, what a spooky-looking old house. Oh, why, this looks like the laboratory of some mad scientist.
Here come, Cad. We have work to do. Yes, Cad, now I shall be ruler of the world. With my snow gun, no one can stop me. Everyone shall do as Simon says, or I shall turn everyone into snowmen and snow... Simon says, come out, whoever you are.
Simon Bar-Sinister, you beast, you fiend.
Sweet Polly Purebred, what could be more perfect? You shall be my most beautiful snow woman.
Hey, boss, I got an idea.
Impossible.
Yeah. Why not send this here Sweet Polly back to a TV show and let it tell the whole city to give up? Or else you'll snow them all.
Wonderful, Cad. Well, my boy, you're becoming almost as sinister as I am. Come along, Sweet Polly. We have work for you.
Help! Help!
Meanwhile, high in the sky, the fearless Underdog was searching desperately for Simon Bar-Sinister.
His laboratory is down below. So hip, 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 and away I go. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. Yoo-hoo, Simon, yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. I have come to capture you.
But Underdog was all alone. And in the heart of the city, at the bottom of the city's tallest building, Sweet Polly was telling her TV audience,
Oh, dear viewers, atop this very building is the fiend Simon Bar Sinister with his snow gun. Unless the city does just as Simon says, he will turn everyone into snowmen and snowwomen.
I want money and power, and money and power, and money and power.
Yes, dear viewers, it seems that all is lost. Oh, where is our hero? Where, oh, where has my underdog gone? Oh, where has he gone?
With my ultrasonic ears, I hear a cry for help from Polly dear.
Oh, where has he gone? There he is. Oh, thank goodness. It's Underdog.
Cry no more, I'll save the town. I'll stop Simon with a real shakedown.
and true to his word, Underdog grasped the tall building and began shaking it wildly.
Wait! Stop that, you harebrained Hercules! You're shaking my whole building apart, with my tenants inside!
All right, sir, I won't shake your place. I'll fight Simon face to face.
Be careful, Underdog. Watch out for the snow gun.
All right, Simon, you've had your fun. Now I'm stopping you and your snow gun.
No one can stop the snow gun, not even you. Simon says, go snow.
I feel the snow, but on I go.
Simon says, go snow. Go snow, go snow, go snow.
Look, boss, you got him. You stopped Underdog.
Look, he snowed Underdog. Now all is lost.
Run for your lives. He's falling this way.
Oh, woe is me. Nothing can save us now. My poor, poor Underdog.
Maybe we could defrost him. Come on, everybody. Give us a hand.
So they tried to defrost the snowy Underdog. They tried heated fire hoses. But that failed. So they tried salt to melt the snow. But again, failure. Finally, they even tried heating the icy Underdog over a fire. But nothing worked.
It's no use. This is the end of Underdog. And of us as well. Now Simon Bar Sinister will rule us all.
All right, my slaves. Put all your money and jewels in front of that building. Then go home and wait for my orders. If you don't do just as Simon says, you'll get this.
It seemed there was nothing in the world which could stop Simon Bar Sinister and his snow gun. But then...
Look there.
Oh, no. It can't be.
But it was. All alone, with help from no one, Underdog was defrosting.
But Underdog, how? Oh, how did you do it? We thought the snow gun had finished you.
Well, that snow gun stopped me frostily, but my radiant heat defrosted me.
But what of Simon? How will you stop him?
If at first you fail your deed, try again till you succeed.
Hey, boss, look at there. Underdog is back again.
Back? Well, who cares? The snow gun stopped him before, and it can do it again. Simon says, go snow.
But Simon had not reckoned with Underdog's amazing speed. Underdog dodged the ray by zooming around and around the top of the building.
There he is, boss. No, there. Over there. No, over there.
Faster and faster sped Underdog. And as Simon and Cad went round and round trying to aim the snow gun, they got dizzier and dizzier and dizzier until finally...
Look, Underdog has won. He's captured Simon Bar Sinister.
Here's Simon and Cad and the snow gun, too. Put them in jail where they can't harm you.
But Underdog, what about all the poor people that Simon snowed? Like this. Will they never be the same again?
By atomic breath, I promise you, we'll defrost them all as good as new.
Look, in the sky. It's a plane.
It's a bird.
It's a frog.
A frog?
Not plane or bird or even frog. It's just little old me. Underdog.
Summertime. Time for America to enjoy its favorite sport, baseball. It was a tense moment in the big game between the Cowtown Canaries and the Pottsfield Parrots. The Canary pitcher wound up and tossed the ball. And then, suddenly the ball disappeared. Immediately the umpire threw out a new ball. Again, the pitcher tossed the ball. Again, the ball disappeared. In fact, this strange disappearing act continued until finally all the baseballs were gone. The game could not be finished. The fans were outraged. And the same thing was happening everywhere.
Read all about it. No more baseballs anywhere. All games called off.
This was a national emergency, and the nation called on Officer Flim Flanagan.
Yes, and I'm calling on the Hunter. That I am. So you see how it is, Hunter. With all the baseball games stopped, we've just got to catch the crook.
Must be the work of the fox. Well, I say he won't get to first base. Yeah, that's a pun, son, I say.
But a short time later, the Hunter was hot on the trail of the missing baseballs.
I'll strike him out. I'm on the ball. He's way off base. I'll stop him from stealing. Yeah, jokes. I got 1,000,000 of them. I got a... Uh-oh, sounds like a clue.
Believe me, Wally, the guy keeps 10 balls in the air at one time. He's terrific.
10 balls at a time. Where's he playing?
That newest sideshow on Coney Island. You gotta see him.
So, keeps 10 baseballs in the air at once, does he? The fox, no doubt. And I'm on my way to tell him he's out on balls.
Like a flash, the Hunter reached the Coney Island sideshow and raced down the aisle to the stage.
Stop, I say, stop the show. Hold on, you wily, clever fox, and take off that disguise. I say stop. Whoa, help, hold on.
Having discovered that his first clue had turned up only an honest juggler, the Hunter wobbled on down the Coney Island midway until he heard...
Step right up, folks. 3 baseballs for a quarter. Win a big prize with 3 baseballs for a quarter. Test your skill, and you got...
Enough of that, son. You're under arrest. Come along with me peaceful-like, or I'll be forced to...
Take your hands off me, Jake, or I'll belch you one.
Balderall, son. I said I'm taking you in, and I am the...
Step Step right up, folks. 3 baseballs for a quarter. Tom with the new funny face.
Brave, strong-willed, and now knot-headed, the hunter moved on, following up on every clue. Meanwhile, only a short distance further up the Coney Island Midway, the fox, yes, the crafty fox himself, was putting autographs on the stolen baseballs.
That ought to do it. 1,270,000 baseballs, all autographed. I'll be a millionaire in minutes. Hey, friends, autographed baseballs. A real souvenir of the once famous sport. They'll be worth a fortune in a few years, so get them while they last.
Well, I declare there's a thing worth buying. Now that there's no more baseballs, I'd like to have something to remember the game by. Sentimental, I guess. I say, son, I'll just buy me one of those. I say, I got that.
Look out!
Hunter, once again you've come through. The fox and the baseballs. What is it we can do to show our thanks?
Well, now, just show me the way to go home, son. Those baseballs hit me in the eyes and got me blind as a bat. Yeah, blind as a bat. That's a joke, son. Bat, baseball. Get it, Flanagan? I say, he just doesn't seem to be alert all the time.
Our American history records a truly strange phenomenon, the hula hoop. At one time, the hula hoop was amazingly popular. And then as quickly as the phenomenon began, it ended. Warehouses were left filled with hula hoops. But suddenly those very same hula hoops were stolen. From one warehouse after another, the hula hoops vanished. Officer Flim Flanagan immediately called on the hunter.
It's true no one really wants the hula hoops, Hunter. But pay that no mind. Theft is theft, and we'll catch the thief, or me name's not Flim Flanagan.
Sounds, son, I say it sounds like the work of the fox.
Sure, and that's why I'm here, Hunter. Only you can catch the wily fox.
Say no more, son. He's as good as caught. I say so, and I am the hunter.
Always a man of action, the hunter was quickly on the job.
So it's the crafty fox, is it? That little boy disguise is no use, son. I'd know the fox anywhere. Drop the hoop and come with me.
Take your hands off my child, you beast!
Hold on, I say stop. I'm the hunter. Have nose, we'll hunt. Ouch! Please, ma'am. Please, please.
Bruised though he now was, the fearless hunter refused to give up. His nose was constantly on the job, searching for the hula hoops. In a few moments, the hunter had his first clue.
Hawaii was just wonderful, darling. I simply love the hula dancers.
Hula dancers, eh? Well, I say where there's hula dancers, there must be hula hoops.
With incredible speed, the hunter immediately made his way to the soil of beautiful Hawaii.
All right, ma'am, stop the hula and hand over the hoops. No use trying to wiggle out of this. Where are you hiding those hoops?
Take your hands off me.
All right, wise guy, take this.
Back on board ship, the hunter slept soundly through his return trip to New York. Once there, the hunter's sensitive nose was immediately back on the trail.
Have nose, we'll hunt. Reads the card of the mighty hunter. He's bold, he's blunt, he's... Dingling Brothers Circus. Well, sounds like real excitement inside. My sensitive nose tells me I'd better investigate.
Inside, the hunter was stunned by what he saw. With thousands of people looking on, a man inside a large cage was making a group of tigers jump through hoops.
Hoops, the missing hula hoops. My nose never fails. Stand back, everyone. I am the hunter. Now, all right, you tigers, hand over those cotton blooming hoops. Now, hold on here. I say don't wait. Wait. The door. Open the door. Well, this hula hoop case has really got me spinning. Looks hopeless. Hopeless, I say.
My friend, you do look unhappy. Step right up here and get yourself some fun-filled entertainment. Might even win a giant prize with my great new life-size ring toss game.
Well, now, son, I have been working awful hard. Yeah, a little relaxing fun might be good for me.
Here you are, friend. 4 hoops for $1. Just toss the hoops over those blocks and... Wait! Hey, hold it! You got my neck!
Hunter, you never fail us. The fox and the hula hoops. Now, what little thing is it we might give you?
Well, now, one of those hoops would be nice, son. I always wanted to give one a try.
Officer, who is that man doing the funny dance?
That, milady, is the hunter.
In Bongo Congo, behind these massive doors, True Blue Eau de Cologne was preparing the monthly quota of royal perfume. Now it was time to add the top-secret chemical mixture passed on by Odie's father, Papa Cologne. Papa Cologne had called it Smile, the special ingredient so powerful that a single drop added to the perfume mixture brought a smile to everyone who breathed the royal regal aroma. But today, as Odie poured in the single drop, he was startled by a knock at the door and unknowingly emptied into the perfume mixture the entire contents of the Smile bottle. What would the result of this error be?
Confound it, Odie. I've been looking all over for you.
Beg pardon, sire, but this is the day for mixing the royal perfume.
Oh, of course it slipped my mind. How's the mixture coming along? Well, seems to be doing just...
What is it, sire? What is so funny?
The answer was clear. The entire bottle of Papa Cologne's top secret Smile had turned the royal perfume into a powerful laughing gas.
I can't. Stop laughing.
Oh, no, sire. Oh, this is terrible.
Quickly, True Blue Eau de Cologne closed down the lid of the mixing vat so that he would not himself be exposed to the aroma and start laughing uncontrollably.
Let me accompany you to the throne room, sire. I know you will think of the right thing to do.
The situation was desperate. The king was becoming a laughingstock. The laughter had to be stopped.
We'll send for the finest scientists in the world. There must be an antidote, a formula to stop my king's laughter.
From all over the world, the great scientists came. They checked the king's reflexes. They took his temperature. They checked his pulse. Then they tried to stop the laughter. They tried the new wonder drugs. They tried the old wonder drugs. They even tried sulfur and molasses, but nothing helped. Nothing helped at all. As the days passed, the king grew weary from his laughter. Soon he was walking into walls. The king was falling downstairs. The king was falling into the royal fish pond. And the royal work had come to a standstill. Bills were piling up. Royal proclamations went unsigned. Employees of the Bongo Drum Factory with no one to sign their checks went unpaid. Yet while the king's laughter brought misery to many, it brought joy to at least 2. Biggie Rat and Itchy Brother. For in their hideout, the crafty criminals were plotting another plot.
I tell you, Edge, this is the greatest thing ever, see? We get hold of this laughing perfume, and we've got it made.
How can it smell like make us well?
Simple. We get the perfume and give everybody except us a big sniff. The whole kingdom laughs itself silly while we take everything. Money, jewels, the works.
I get it, Big. While they laugh, we like loot. Only, how do we pick up the perfume?
Oh, who's gonna stop us? Kingsy's laughing his head off, right? And don't worry about that Cologne baloney. He and the palace guards are too busy worrying about the king, see?
Yeah, okay, Big, I dig.
And back at the palace, things were no better.
Oh, my poor king. How weak he grows. I must go to the laboratory and try again to find an antidote to cure His Majesty's laughter.
In the laboratory, True Blue Odie made certain, of course, that he did not go near the large vat containing the laughing perfume.
Perhaps one part of this. And one part of this.
Unfortunately, as Odie industriously applied himself to the job, he lost his footing and...
Help! Help!
And at this precise moment...
Help! Help! This is Odie Coloni! Help!
What could be more perfect? Coloni trapped in the vat. Hop up there, Rich, and slam the lid.
Yeah, okay, Big, I dig.
Careful now. Look out. Look out!
Help!
Quickly, Biggie Rat found a rope and tossed one end to Itchy Brother. In a moment, Itchy was out and Biggie had slammed the lid on poor Odie.
Help! Help!
Now, we get the laughing perfume and we got it made. Oh, this must be it. Grab hold and don't spill a drop, say.
Back at their hideout, Biggie and Itchy bottled the laughing perfume. Being careful, they did not smell it themselves. Then, they loaded the perfume onto a cart and began to pass it out as free samples.
Yeah, free perfume samples. Let you, laugh it up a little. Sniff and smile.
Only a few hours later, the entire kingdom was in gales of laughter. And while the people laughed, Biggie and Itchy looted. From homes, banks, stores, even from the palace. This was no laughing matter. But meanwhile, Odie Coloni had finally managed to free himself. Diving to the bottom of the huge vat, Odie had found the plug, and he and the contents of the vat had literally gone down the drain. So trying had this experience been that it actually brought Odie close to tears. And tears reminded him of onions. And in onions he saw the perfect antidote for his king's laughter.
Since onions make one cry, they're bound to make one stop laughing.
Quickly, Odie rushed back into the laboratory to prepare an onion perfume. Then he went first to King Leonardo.
Oh, I've stopped. I've stopped laughing. I'll never smile again until I...
Oh, come, sire. The whole kingdom is aching with laughter, and Biggie and Itchy are looting everything. We must save Bongo Congo.
Immediately, the king and Odie passed out samples of the onion perfume, which quickly stopped the laughter.
Hey, gods, why aren't you laughing? What's the idea? Laugh. Laugh, clowns, laugh.
Yeah, you laugh while we loot. Yeah, run for it, Big. Something's gone wrong.
And as just punishment, Biggie and Itchy were put in the dungeon along with the last of the laughing perfume. Once more, True Blue Odie Coloni had saved the day for Bongo Congo. But will Biggie and Itchy have the last laugh? Don't miss the next exciting episode of The King and Odie.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Oh, I wasn't afraid, Underdog. I called because I just found out tomorrow is your birthday. And I'm going to give you a real birthday party. A fancy party with a cake and candles and everything.
Your party will make a perfect day unless some crime calls me away.
Oh, that would be terrible. I hope nothing happens before tomorrow.
But far across the sea in London, England, something was already happening.
The museum has promised to loan out our Excalibur sword collection. Loan it to a museum in San Francisco.
But the Excalibur sword collection is worth millions of dollars. Some criminals are sure to try and steal it while it's getting from here to San Francisco.
That's what I'm worried about. We must get someone to guard the collection. But who can we trust? Who can we be sure of? Underdog.
Underdog.
Telegram for Underdog.
Your party now is out for me. I am needed across the sea.
Oh, shucks, Underdog. Tomorrow's your birthday.
When duty calls, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
And so it was that the famous Excalibur sword collection, as it traveled from London by plane, was guarded by the fearless Underdog. And when the collection was transferred to a train in New York, it was still carefully guarded by Underdog.
It's terribly good of you to come along and guard the Excalibur sword collection. Anyone might try to steal it.
And up ahead was that notorious criminal, Riff Raff.
All right, men. Here comes the train. When she hits that tree we put across the tracks, we pull up our handkerchiefs and charge down there just like the James boys.
Yeah, boss. And then we get that $1 million sword collection.
A wreck. We've had a train wreck.
Put back the swords and stay on guard. This may be Riff Raff's calling card.
What's that? Oh, there's a criminals, Batman.
All right, all you people, just hand over your money and jewels to the boys. Meanwhile, I gotta see a car about some swords. This looks like the car, all right. Here's one of the swords already. Okay, now, let's have the rest of the collection.
The only collection you will get are cuts and bruises you'll regret.
On guard! I'll get you yet. Take this.
A crooked sword, like a crooked man, always ends up and also ran.
Run for it, men! It's Underdog!
I should go and bring them back, but first I must put the train on the track.
Mighty tough job, Underdog. You sure you can get that engine back on the rails?
This is no problem to retrieve. I'll just bend over and give it...
Oh! Underdog, what is it? Underdog's in pain. Quick, send for an ambulance. Hurry, men. Get Underdog to the hospital. He's in pain.
Oh, Underdog, does it hurt badly?
While I stay straight, I'm right as rain, but when I bend over, there's a stabbing pain.
And tomorrow's your birthday. I was going to have such a lovely party for you.
Recognizing the seriousness of the situation, the hospital sent for specialists all over the world. They came by plane. They came by train. They came by car. And as the doctors tried to help Underdog, the world mourned his plight, except, that is, for one unsavory character.
Mooch! This is the break we have been waiting for. Underdog is in a hospital. Now is the time for us to grab that Excalibur sword collection.
Yeah, but it's in that San Francisco museum, boss. They got guards all over the place.
Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, but I got a perfect plan. Tonight, after everybody is out of the museum, you and I...
Meanwhile, back at the hospital...
Now, what is it that seems to be the trouble with you, Underdog?
When I stay straight, I'm right as rain.
But when he bends over, there's a stabbing pain.
Oh.
This one is a real doozy, doctors. Get the hammer there, and we'll try testing the reflexes, hmm? Jumpin' Jiminy, we got to get a bigger hammer.
Perhaps, old man, we should try checking his blood pressure. Here, let me. By Jove, that's pressure.
Here, Underdog, let me look in the eyes here and maybe see what it's doing in there, hmm? Yiminy! That X-ray vision has melted the light.
We simply must find the cause of that pain. Unless Underdog gets out of here soon, there is certain to be a crime wave.
And tomorrow's his birthday.
Meanwhile, as night came to the San Francisco Museum, something strange began to happen.
What did I tell you, Mooch? Nobody around at all. Now, all we do is grab the Excalibur sword collection and vamoose. Yikes. I think we made a boo-boo. You'll never get riffraff without Underdog to help you. Did you see that, Mooch? I hung the chandelier on him. Come on, grab the swords and let's get rolling.
Yes, Riff Raff finally had the Excalibur sword collection, and Underdog still had his pain.
Ooh. Look at these headlines. Riff Raff just stole the Excalibur sword collection.
Riff Raff has struck. I can't be slow. It's hip, hip, hip. And away
Oh, you can't believe in this place, Underdog. Not till we find out what's causing that pain.
While I stay straight, I'm right as rain.
But when he bends over, there's a stabbing pain.
And tomorrow's his birthday. I was going to have such a lovely birthday party for him.
And while the doctors searched to find the cause of Underdog's pain,
Across the ocean, there's a rich old collector in a little old country who is just dying to get hold of this Excalibur sword collection. He's going to pay us $1 million for it.
Yeah, but gee, boss, how can we ship it over to the guy? You know how close those inspectors check everything that goes out of the country.
And that, Mooch, is why I have purchased this little old candle factory.
A candle factory?
Right! Notice the beautiful assembly line?
Yeah, but what good does it do?
Allow me to demonstrate. First, we turn on the button. Next, we will hand these mechanical arms one of the swords, like so. These arms take the sword and wrap it in this wick cord, like so. Then the arms move along to here where they dip the sword in this wax, like so. Then the arms drop the candle onto the belt and take it down to this wick cutter to shorten the wick, like so. And our swords look just like an ordinary king-size candle.
Gee, boss, you're a genius.
Yeah! Come on, let's bring in the swords. With that Underdog out of the way, we don't have a worry in the world.
and indeed, Underdog was still out of the way.
While I stay straight, I'm right as rain.
But when he bends over, there's a stabbing pain.
And tomorrow is Underdog's birthday, and he feels so sad and depressed. I know what I'll do. I'll go out and buy everything for a birthday party and have it right here in the hospital. That's sure to cheer up Underdog. Let me see now. Do I have everything? I have presents for Underdog, and I have lovely party hats, and I have the birthday cake. Oh, the candles. I must get candles for the cake. And there's a candle factory just around the corner.
Keep handing in those swords, Mooch. We've almost finished the whole Excalibur collection.
This assembly line sure works great, boss.
Hello? Hello in there? I want to buy some birthday candles. Anyone here?
Oh, no! Sweet Polly purebred.
Riff-raff! And there are some of the stolen swords.
Grandpa Mooch!
What'll I do with her, boss? She's a regular wildcat.
Hand her to the assembly line. It knows how to take care of her.
And the arms of the assembly line wrapped Sweet Polly in the wick cord, carried her to the barrel of wax, and dipped her in. Then put her on the belt and headed her for the wick cutter.
Help! Underdog! Where, oh, where has my underdog gone? Oh, where has he gone?
That Sweet Polly calling. She needs me now. Though I have pain, I'll save her somehow.
While he stays straight, he's right as rain. But when he bends over, there's a stabbing pain.
Help! Underdog! Save me!
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Underdog! Underdog! Wait a minute! Look at him! He has to stay stiff as a board! Drip him, Mooch! That wick chopper can take care of him. Grab the candles and let's head for the truck.
They're getting away, Underdog.
They won't get away. Though I can't bend, this assembly line belt will bring their end.
Stop! Stop already! We give up! We heard the commotion, Underdog, but I see you didn't need us. Even with your pain, you captured Riff-Raff. But where are the swords?
Those candles you see there hold a surprise. I'll melt them now with my X-ray eyes.
The famous Excalibur sword collection.
Don't forget me, Underdog.
That's it, Underdog. Now you've taken care of everything.
Except his own pain. He still has that.
While I stay straight, I'm right as rain.
But when he bends over, there's a stabbing pain.
We'll all go back to the hospital and have a birthday party for him. That's sure to cheer him up.
And so, back at the hospital, the doctors and Sweet Polly and friends gathered around to wish the suffering Underdog happy birthday. But at that very moment...
Underdog, I've got terrible news. The manager of the museum says that one of the Excalibur swords is missing. You recovered all of them, but one.
One?
One?
I really think you've hit the spot. That missing sword tells me a lot.
And quickly, Underdog reached behind his cloak, and sure enough, there was the missing sword.
That's what was causing all your pain. It must have been thrown there when you had the train wreck.
While he stands straight, he's as right as rain. And when he bends over, he's right again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Underdog. Happy birthday to you.
And now, Underdog, wish and blow out the candles.
Don't miss the next exciting adventure of Underdog.
Sergeant, I'm never going to catch those Indians on this slow old horse. What I need is the fastest horse in the territory.
Well, that would be the Great White Stallion.
Bully, where can I buy him?
Can't. The Great White Stallion is a wild horse. Anyway, you can't catch him. He's too fast and too smart.
Nonsense. Sergeant, Regulation 2578 clearly says Army colonels are smarter than horses. I'll catch that horse.
Colonel looking for Great White Stallion? Him have 'em long look. No such animal. Oh, we gonna be Great White Stallion. Whoopie doopie, you genius.
All right now, Sergeant. Where would that Great White Stallion be?
No set place. That critter's liable to be anywhere.
There he is, up ahead.
Well, I'll be.
Where did he go? This time, Sergeant, we'll stay on our horses. There he is. Charge! Charge!
I told you, Colonel, we'll never catch that horse.
Nonsense, Sergeant. The next time, we'll just sneak up on him, quietly. Ah, there he is, Sergeant, behind that bush. Now, follow me. I'll give him some sugar. Hey, nice horsey. Nice horsey. Good horsey. You see, Sergeant, nothing to it.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but why don't we just forget about that horse?
Nonsense. Never let it be said, Sergeant, that I, Colonel Kit Coyote, couldn't outsmart a horse. We'll build a trap. There it is, Sergeant Colonel Kit Coyote's foolproof horse trap. First, we'll bait it with this bag of oats. The Great White Stallion will come to get the oats, and when he does, we'll cut the rope and...
Maybe it was a foolproof trap, but it sure wasn't horseproof. Look there.
Ruffled feather.
Running.
What did he say?
Him say we through horsing around.
Hey, let me out of here. This is strictly against regulations. No caging colonels. It says right here. Stop! Halt!
Don't miss on the next episode. There'll be lots more horseplay.
There, Rainbow Island. Let me tell you an amazing adventure.
Another? Perhaps tomorrow, Commander.
I was a bit down on my luck, don't you know, when a telegram arrived offering me a handsome job in the States, if I could be there the next day. Having missed the weekly plane, I borrowed an expensive private plane, knowing that I would soon be able to reward the owner handsomely for its use. Soon I spotted an enormous rainbow over a tiny island. I could not resist taking a picture with my remarkable camera, but I forgot this was an open cockpit plane. Pilotless, the plane zoomed past me and crashed. I was diving helplessly downward. My reputation would be lost.
To say nothing of your life.
Oh, yes, that too. I thought fast. I reached out and caught the rainbow. And slid gently to the ground, unharmed.
Amazing. But how did you pay for the wrecked plane?
Having reached the end of the rainbow, I simply picked up the pot of gold, which everyone knows is there, and had plenty to pay for the plane, and also set myself up in business.
I say, Commander, what a colorful story.
Quite.
My, isn't it nice to sit down to a peaceful meal and just look at all that food?
Yeah, Major Minor, we sure took care of that savoir-faire. He won't be bothering us anymore. You wonder what's in this dish.
Savoir-faire is everywhere. Merci beaucoup.
Get him, Klondike!
I'll make mincemeat out of that mouse.
Mouse, Melamotte, mouse! Whoa!
Boy, wait till I get my hands on that mouse.
Aha, Melamotte. Now we will have our banquet.
There's his sled. He must be around here somewhere. Aha! Listen here, savoir-faire. Don't do that again.
Very well.
I'll make mincemeat out of that mouse. I'll just sneak up on him this time. I'll make mincemeat out of you, mouse. Oh,
Now, shall we begin to eat?
I'm gonna rise to new heights with this ladder.
Oh, here comes that social climber again. I will give him a warm reception.
Yikes! That mouse is trying to give me a hot foot the hard way. Phew.
Ah, now we shall be able to eat in peace.
He can't do anything to this ladder. It's metal. Now I've got...
Now, Melamotte, music while I dine.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Aha! Now, at last, we shall have our meal.
One-eyed cat always gets his mouth.
Sailing, sailing over the bounding main, there's many a stormy wind a-blowing at home again. Avast, matey!
Matey? What is this matey?
I shiver my timbers, that's seagoing talk. I aim to be a sailor.
Well, you're going to join the Navy, huh? Well, that's nice. Join the Navy and see the world. Then you're going to enlist.
No, shipmate, you don't understand. I'm not going to join the Navy. I want to be a sailor on a real sailing ship. You know, in the days of wooden ships and iron men, 2 years before the mast, mutiny on the Bounty, yo-ho, below the man down.
Batuta, you is no Iron Man. You's just a little turtle boy.
Oh, please, Mr. Wizard. Please help me become a real sailor. I want to be one more than anything.
Very well, my boy, if you're so set on it. In the days of the old sailing ships, the young sailor started as the cabin boy. One of his jobs was to serve the captain his food. This was not as easy as it sounds, especially in a heavy sea.
Dinner is...
Mr. Blister! Mr. Blister! Get this clumsy landlubber out of my sight before I hang him from the yardarm! Out, out, out!
Another one of the cabin boy's duties was to empty the garbage over the side of the ship. The experienced sailor knows that you never throw garbage into the wind. Otherwise, it will blow back all over somebody.
Mr. Blister! Mr. Blister! Throw this piece of garbage to the sharks! Keelhaul the swab! Get him out of his sight! Out, out, out!
After the young seaman had served his time as cabin boy, he became a real sailor and did a man's work. One of his jobs was to pull up the anchor. This was done with a capstan.
Sure is hot work. Hold it. Oh, there. Wait a second.
Mr. Blister! Mr. Blister, get this swab off me! Hang him by his thumbs! Put him in the bilges! Do anything but keep him away from me! Away, away, away!
The young sailor always learns the ropes from the old salt.
Now, this rope, matey, is for the mainsail. You just pull on the rope and the mainsail goes up. Then you tie it around a belaying pin and she stays put. There now, everything's ship-shape.
Heave-ho and up she rises, heave-ho and up she rises. Oh, now I'll just tie her up to this belaying pin and everything will be ship-shape.
Mr. Blister! Mr. Blister! Mr. Blister! Mr. Blister!
Sailors is sometimes called swabs because they swab the decks with a bucket and mop.
This is the way we swab the decks, swab the decks.
Mr. Blister! Mr. Blister! Get him out! Out! Out!
One of the most important jobs the good sailors did was to stay up in the crow's nest, high on the mainmast, and look over the horizon. Then, when it was time to come down, they would just grab hold of a line and slide down.
Mr. Blister! Never mind. This time I'm going to take care of him myself.
Now, wait a minute, Captain, sir. Your Eminence, Your Honor, the Commodore, Admiral. Help, Mr. Wizard! Help!
Drizzle, drazzle, druzzle, drone. Time for this one to come home.
Our episode begins in the hideout of public enemy number one, Rocky Mananoff.
There, it's done. A perfect job. No one will ever know the difference.
What is it?
It's $1 million, that's what it is. This is an engraving of a dollar bill. No more robbing banks for us. From now on, we make our own money. We just put this in the printing press and print all the money we need.
Counterfeiting. Boss, you're a genius. But wait. We got no press.
Don't need one. We'll just take this plate to a printer.
Yeah, but who'd be stupid enough to print phony dollar bills for us? Nobody's that dumb.
There we are. Tennessee Tuxedo Printer. Boy, I got a real bargain when I bought this printing company. Chumley, you can stop holding up the sign now. I mailed it up good and tight.
Okay, Tennessee.
Say, look at all that machinery. What's it all for?
According to the bill of sale, there are presses and folding machines and tying machines. Everything we need to run a printing business.
Yeah, everything but customers.
That's Chumley's job. He's the sales manager. Go get us some customers, Chumley.
Okay, Tennessee. Here's your first customer.
Good work, Chumley. What can I do for you, my good man?
My name's Rocky Mananoff, see? And I want you should print me up 10,000 of these.
I see. 10,000 pictures of George Washington.
Yeah, my favorite president. Also, I would like you to use green ink, my favorite color. And I want this job done by 2 o'clock, or I'll play you 3 goofs a tune on my violin.
Sure, Mr. Mananoff. 2 o'clock.
Okay. I'll be back. And get that sign fixed.
All right, men. Let's get to work. Baldy, you take this bottle of green ink and pour it in this press. Chumley, you push the starter button. And I'll put the plate in. Somewhere.
Push the button, Chumley.
Which one?
Push them all. Whoa, hey, ho, ee.
Gee, Tennessee, this sure is a funny-looking newspaper. I can't read any of it.
You dim-witted walrus.
Now, cut it out. We've got work to do. Start that press. Not that one.
I think we'd better go see.
Mr. Whoopi, come on. Don't forget to close the door. So you see, Mr. Whoopi, we'd like to know a little bit more about printing so that we can get this job done.
Well, I think I can give you a few impressions. Yes, get it? Yes. Well, there are three main kinds of printing. Relief printing, planographic printing, and intaglio.
What's the difference?
In relief printing, the letters are raised, and the ink is rolled on the raised surface. Then the paper is pressed on the surface, and whoopee! Printing!
What about planographic?
Here, instead of letters being raised, they're right flat on the surface. They're made with chemicals. When the ink is rolled on, it stays on the chemicals, but does not stick to the rest of the surface. Then, when the plate is rolled on the paper, the ink is transferred, and we have printing.
And intaglio?
In this kind of printing, the letters are cut below the surface of the plate. These cuts and grooves and dots act like little ink wells. They hold the ink until it is transferred to the paper under pressure. So,
that's just the kind of thing Mr. Mananoff gave us. All cuts and grooves.
Then what you have is called an engraving.
What kind of press should we use?
Well, there are three main kinds of presses. The platen press uses a flat surface to press the paper against the type, like this. A cylinder press uses a cylinder to roll the paper over the type. And in a rotary press, the type itself is on a cylinder and the paper is rolled between it and another cylinder.
Yes, but which shall we use for this job?
Oh, yes. You said it was a small job and a small engraving. I'd use the small platen press.
Phineas J. Whoopi, you're the greatest. Come on, men.
But wait! You haven't told me what kind of a job it is.
10,000 pictures of George Washington.
In green ink.
Washington? Green ink? Counterfeiters! Give me the police!
All right, now. The plate is in the press. The paper is all stacked up. The ink fountain is filled. Start her up. All right, off. Look at that. Perfect.
Gee, Tennessee, it looks awfully familiar.
Of course it does, Chumley. Everyone knows President Washington.
It looks like a dollar bill to me. Counterfeiters. Right. Now start printing or you'll get this.
Sure, Mr. Mananoff. Sure. There you are, Mr. Mananoff. $10,000, dollars.
The money.
Grab it. Money.
In here.
Into the tying machine.
Good work, Tennessee. You caught Rocky Mananoff, the big counterfeiter. Take him away, boys.
No, Chumley. Baldy, my mind's made up. We're getting out of the printing business.
Why? We sure made a lot of money.
Very funny. Now it's much too dangerous.
Yeah, I see what you mean.